Hey!
What's up?
Hi guys, I am Erika.
And I am Rebel.
And together we are
Mangoluna.
Oh. Oh, is that a long one?
We're Mangoluna, coming at you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is another Friday, so you get another dose of Mangoluna-ness. If you saw our dance video earlier that we post on Thursdays on our Instagram, we try to post on Facebook, but Facebook always cuts it out because we don't have the rights to the music. But Instagram, yeah.
Whatever.
Anyways.
What else?
So yeah, on that last video it was a little risque, a little provocative, a little straight to the point about how someone wants, you know, their sex, yeah, which is nice and empowering when you know what you want and you can tell your partner, hey, this is what I like. And so this week's episode is all about sex, baby.
Sex! In case you guys didn't know.
Yeah, so first and foremost, get tested.
Please.
Yeah, so nowadays there's kits that you can order online that you can test yourself right away and get the results right away. So, you know, it's still, if you're into like, you know, those quick encounters.
Quickie!
Yes, but just, you know, make sure you get tested, you know, for your safety, for their safety,
Yeah,
for
so you can have more
health.
fun. Jeez,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus it's like one of those things I think people, you know, talk a lot about, like getting ghosted, yet it's like if someone really is into you, they will get tested. And if you're really into them, you'll get tested too. So
Why not?
yeah, I mean, it's your body.
Well, good luck, right? I mean, it's your choice.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so we also want to talk about, I felt really weird dancing that song.
Okay, let's talk about that. Because some people are...
That's a bad song. That's so when I grew up, I didn't understand English, so I was like, was all like, yeah. And then now that I, you know, once I understood English, I listened to the songs again, and I was like, what the fuck was I listening to? But...
What are you dancing to?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. I mean, imagine my girls watching me. But you know what? It's about sex positive. So whatever, right? One thing I keep talking about, like my wife, but that's because that's what I have sex with, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning, we've been together for like 10 years already, her and I, and going on 11. Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you. But our sex kind of like. It evolved, and what I loved about, I would say our sex life is pretty healthy because we do communicate what we want and what we don't like. And there's sometimes as you're having sex, there's triggers that you have no idea, and then you're like,
absolutely,
what the fuck, in the middle of it, right? So, and there's new things that you uncover that you're like, oh my god, let's try this, let's get more freaky, or let's not, whatever it is. And it's so neat that I'm thankful that her and I can communicate, and I think at the beginning was kind of afraid that we would be judged, and but knowing, trusting her, and she trusted me, we were able to communicate, knowing like, okay, being vulnerable and like, okay, I'm gonna risk it and say I like this, I would like to try this is a fantasy of mine, and her reciprocating to it and being open, and same thing right here, and I think that's what keeps the sex life healthy, if you just keep communicating. No judging, because I think sex is it could be awesome, right? In this big old realm of beautiful possibilities that you can have with your partner or with several partners, whatever you choose to do, as long as it's that clear communication that is a safe space. You claim there's a safe space and there's no judgment. And oh my goodness, and of course, as long as you're not hurting each other, you know, you stay within the limits and boundaries that we give each other, or the people give each other.
Yes, yeah.
I think it's really an amazing thing sex can be for those people who like having sex.
Yeah,
right?
because there's also people who identify as asexual, right? So yeah, for people who are asexual, or perhaps, you know, I guess when someone says asexual, it's like a non-sexual, but I think that there's different ways. Yeah, but I think that there's like different levels of intimacy, and if someone identifies that way, great. Some people might just be like, well, they might not identify as that, but then, you know, people have their range of intimacy, and there's so many different ways, and some people are more like sapiosexual, which is like really attracted to, you know, minds and intelligence, and so there's different types of ways to be sexual, right? So we kind of pin it in as like sexual is like this, you know, one way of thinking about it,
right?
You know, and intimacy is also this one way, and that's not true. I mean, I know some very spiritual people who are, you know, not traditional sexual people, but I wouldn't say that they don't have deeply intimate relationships and physical relationships with their partners.
Yeah.
I think again too, like a big motivation to even have this episode was, a conversation we were having at La Botanica with some women who identify as lesbians, who have relationships with other women, traditionally sexual relationships, and they were really curious about toys. Like they were really curious about strap-ons. They were really curious about dildos and those things, and so I thought, hey, we should have a conversation around that, and that there's different ways to arouse pleasure with your partner, and it's okay to experiment and have fun, and put some underwear on that you can put a dildo in, and have some sex.
Toys. I wish we could do a little field trip to the sex store. Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Anyone. You can incorporate sex toys or not into your relationship, and there's so many of them. They do different
blindfolds.
things.
I think even Rihanna's new Savage Fenty, her lingerie has some handcuffs, soft things. There's whips, there's feathers, there's all sorts of things.
Sex can be so fun.
Checking in. I think one time, sexual experiences that I ever had was with this woman who, before she did anything, she asked, "Can I kiss you on your neck? I would like to kiss your shoulder." And at first I was like, why is she asking so much? But it was so beautiful and hot, because it just I got to have the power at every moment, and I got asked, and I got to say yes or no, and it was unbelievable.
That's great. And have safe words when you're gonna start with someone new or someone.
What does that mean? Have a safe word.
Okay, so safe word is whenever you're about to do it's a word that you use that as you in the middle as you get into the sex act, that you say this word like cacao. I don't know if you guys have Portlandia.
Portlandia,
yeah. Cacao, and then this is like your partner should stop doing whatever they're doing and check in instead of continuing, because maybe they hit a trigger or something that you don't know, that they don't know about. So that's when you need to stop and check in. So have a safe word, please. It's really helpful, and I think it starts building trust with each other, and then you start to get to know
absolutely.
each other. And then as you evolve into the next person or into deeper into your relationship and your sex life, because as years pass by, you can go into all these different layers and levels of sex intimacy, that I think you need a password at every level when you get to the next level.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that with this, these moments of truth, like the Me Too movement, and for, men and women are really feeling comfortable coming out saying, I'm a victim of rape, I'm a victim of sexual abuse. And so we have these issues around our body, or around certain parts of our body, or certain acts to our body. And it's really healing if you can, one, identify yourself, like where that trauma is, and then also, build the trust with your partner to be able to talk about that, so that they too can be aware of, these sensitive spaces, these parts of your body that are healing, and be, loving and tender around that. And I think that we're really kind of coming on this really beautiful wave of healing. And the first part of healing is to, to admit it and to talk about it and say, look, this happened to me. That shouldn't be taboo, and is becoming less and less taboo. And thank goodness, because now we can talk about it.
I think this is why safe word is really important, because you might hit a trigger. You might say a word that can trigger someone.
Yes.
Because I know in the midst of it with my wife, she has hit some triggers she wasn't aware, and thank goodness for that. Safe word that she was able to stop, we were to process, and then move on, of course, to continue business as usual. And it just helped us evolve as a couple and just get stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
So.
We know y'all have questions, so we can do a part 2.
Yeah.
If you want to comment.
Exactly.
And write questions.
Suggestions of what it should look like.
And if you feel like shy about writing it in the comments, and send us a DM, send us a private message. You can email us at mangolunaxoxo@gmail.com.
Again.
mangolunaxoxo@gmail.com. And we will keep your name out of it. You can just say, hey, use my name, or hey, keep me private, But if you have a question, if you have a comment, if you have a suggestion, so we can do this,
Comment, like us, share us, love us. We are in
Twitter. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. you can find us, like us, comment, and share. It really helps when you like the post and then also comment. It can be something small, like a little happy face, a thumbs up, or it can be a long sentence. But please, if you want to continue to see more Mangoluna in your life, that's the only way we're going to be able to stay giving you content, is liking it, sharing it, commenting.
Help us reach the entire galaxy, please.
Yes, we will go all the way to all the planets, to every galaxy out there in this frequency, and our vibrations is we're putting it out. Luna, Mango, Luna. We're signing out now.